was in England and Wales. Do you have that?
I think this is why it's so important to make sure you don't throw anything away. So this thing would have been discarded. This is really nice wire protector for the rear taillight lights. There's a few more electrical things to do, but in the meantime I'll get this on and ready to go. Let's get this charged up. In fact, let's just check and see where we are with the 12.24. So that's quite low. It should be certainly over 13. So when that light goes solid, battery's done. So this is a lesson for anybody who's putting these bikes together. The problem I have here is that my spark is happening on the exhaust compression, or the exhaust top dead center, which is incorrect. There it is. I'll just check the timing. All right, let me show you how you set top dead center. Forget about the mark that you get in there. I think that's an indication, but if you strip the engine, you put the flywheel back on, there's no chance you can be sure that that top dead center is correct. What we do is quite simple. To find the actual top dead center, we add those two together. So 24 and 20 is 44. And then we divide it in 2. So it'll be 22. How do you set it? Well, it's very easy. You take your little marker and you bend it from 24 to 22. Okay. We move this back very gently so we're not scratching anything. We're moving that, rotating that. And that, my friends, is true top dead center. We're going to set the timing on that, and then we're going to rev it up to 6,400, which is quite a high. So make sure we're nicely warmed up before we go there, especially with new pistons in. And then we will set the advanced timing, which is 34 degrees. On the Le Mans, will be 8-degree retarded and 34 advanced. So that's the 8-degree static timing. Let's see where we are. And there is the first static mark. So now we're going to put a multimeter on this, and we're going to get the contact to break at that point. Go backwards 2 or 3 rotations. Come back. So you've got a nice run in a clockwise direction. Go super slow, because this is pretty important to get this accurate. There, right. So here we are at the end of the tuning phase. The bike was this carburetor on this side was a nightmare. I think I stripped it 3 times, and the Venturi effect wouldn't draw fuel through for the idle, even though everything was open for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, once I got it running, and then injected a bit of fuel into the back of the carburetor, it seemed to wake it up, and then off it went. One of the things I noticed, and it's always good to check, is if one side is laboring, in other words, if the carb is not if you want to hear the sound, you want to make sure that it's not just one carburetor that is clicking, but both. In this particular case, the new cable I had was problematic. It wasn't long enough, so it caused problems with this carburetor, which was running a little fast, so basically running too rich, with the effect that this side got really hot, very, very hot, and that side didn't. How do I check? Just take a bit of spittle, throw it onto the front of the exhaust pipe, and one just bounced off and the other one was sort of sizzling there, which tells you one side is laboring more than the other. That led me to adjusting this carburetor again, making sure that there was enough slack in the throttle cable. Very important. Anyway, that aside, she runs now, and I'll take you through the startup process. She's tuned up, the timing is good, and the next thing I'm going to do is a tested fuel air mixture test on idle, which goes into this little port here, and then basically we can just double check that our air fuel mixture is exactly the same. But for the moment, she sounds really nice, so I'll start it for you.